Smart Utility Setup Instructions. Communication with PC. First, ensure you have downloaded the latest version of Smart Utility and that you have installed the USB driver and access database. These installation programs can be found at the link on the Yottacontrol official website. You can download and install them directly. The second step is to confirm that the communication interface of your selected model is RS-485, USB, Ethernet, or Wi-Fi. All modules, including the 10, 12, 18, 19, 80, and 88 series, can communicate with a PC via RS-485 or USB. It is recommended that all modules communicate directly with the PC via RS-485 or USB and configure the parameters before using other interfaces in the same series for communication. If your PC does not have an RS-485 interface, you can refer to our 1521U communication converter. For the actual wiring locations required for module communication, please refer to the pinout diagram for data addition and data subtraction. All modules have preset communication parameters. If the parameters are directly matched with the PC, the module can be used immediately for output control by PC directly. If the parameters do not match the PC, the module needs to be adjusted to initial mode to modify the parameters. If other host computers have different communication parameters, the module acting as a slave device also needs to enter initial mode to modify the parameters to match those of the host computer in order to communicate with it. Smart Utility communicates with the PC via a COM port. The default search parameters are RTUN81, with IDs ranging from 0 to 10 and a default baud rate of 9600. If you know module parameters different from the default values, you can directly modify them before searching. For example, if you know the field module communication parameters are RTUE82, ID is 250, and baud rate is 19200, you can directly change the search parameters to quickly find the module. If all communication parameters of the module you have are unknown, you need to change and select different parameters multiple times. You can also directly search the largest ID range, 0 to 55, and select all baud rates. This will basically find the module with the unknown parameters, but because the search range is too large and multiple selections are made, it will take more than 10 times longer than usual. If the search takes too long or you want to interrupt the search after finding the module, you can directly click Stop. If PC and modules have matched communication parameters, then module can be directly controlled via Smart Utility in normal mode. For modules with unmatched communication parameters or requiring different communication parameter settings, please enter the initial mode to modify the settings. In the initial mode, via the RS-485 or USB communication interface, executing Smart Utility will automatically find the module without changing any default values. After making the changes, press Update to save the new parameters. Ethernet models can input IP-related parameters via USB. Wi-Fi models can input SSID and other related parameters via USB. If the communication interface is Ethernet-based, and the default IP address is DHCP, simply connect the device directly to the local area network, and in normal mode, you can directly control it via Smart Utility. In the example, both USB and RJ45 ports are connected, so the module can be detected in both communication interface. The method for searching for the module via the Ethernet communication interface is the same as that via the USB communication interface. If the communication interface is Wi-Fi, the factory default is AP mode, which can be directly connected to the Yottacontrol-A3290 remote control. Set the working mode to remote if you need 12 series module connected to the wireless router Wi-Fi. You need to set the Wi-Fi SSID, IP address, and password via USB interface. For models with an Ethernet or Wi-Fi communication interface, if you need completely different communication parameters than the default, Please modify them via RS-485 or USB communication as suggested on page 2. If you absolutely need to modify the default values using only the Ethernet communication interface, you may need to change the network segment of your current PC to 192.168.1.20 to successfully modify the default parameters.